Hello and welcome.
Hey, good morning, afternoon, evening.
We're so happy that you're here. This is all about summer skincare, 2 recipes for soothing that skin if you've been out in the sun for too long, which we've already done.
We have already done, and this is why these recipes have been created. In fact, we might even have time to do a third recipe today that we have created because of great need, and we thought we'd share it with you.
Yes, so we're very excited. We're going to do lots of blending with you today for your essential oils and your summer skin toolkit. So we wanted to give you a big welcome and hello. So 2 things as we kick off. Let us know where you're tuning in from in the chat over here in our YouTube video. And if you could please give our video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, we would absolutely love that. It helps us attract more people who would really enjoy this content as well. Soothing summer skin. So we're very happy again to have you here and welcome.
Well, I'm just getting the comments up here, Jenny.
I love that. Thank you so much for doing that. We've got Susan who says, hello, everyone. Sally is new to Aloe Vera Gel. We're very excited. We have so much to talk to you about when it comes to Aloe Vera Gel. And hello, Carrie. Hello, Lori. We're so happy to have you here. And we have lots to talk about. Of course, we've got some giveaways. We've got a promo that's running. We'll tell you about that about halfway through our presentation today. What we would love to do is get to our blending.
Really? How exciting. The funnest part of the whole presentation is, in my estimation, is getting to the blending.
I think so too. So the 2 recipes, we're blending, we were blending 2 of 3. The first 2 recipes are from a really comprehensive summer skin guide, or just summer guide for essential oils. It's your complete guide for that. We'll show you where to find that inside of our Natural Living Club later in our presentation today. But we wanted to get blending with you. And this particular recipe is called, that's recipe 2. We have, our first recipe is called, I have my notes right here, Cooling After Sun Spray.
All right, I'm just bringing up the recipe here.
Well, while you do that, I'm going to bring up the recipe as well. So let's stay on camera while I pull up the PDF, and I am going to show them as well. Well, I guess we could do 2 things at once. If we go over to my computer, Devin, here's where you can find the recipes if you're in the Natural Living Club. It's down here. We have a challenge. It's over on page 2. We're trying to drag it to the top of page 1, and we'll do that after this presentation. We're like, what do we do? And it's on page 2. So click
page 2.
Over here, page 2, Summer Essentials Bundle. And this is a gorgeous guide we've put together for you.
It's comprehensive.
It's so comprehensive. So we're blending our first recipe for you today. We are going to go down, maybe come back to camera because this will be a lot of scrolling, but there's so much here. We've got different products we've highlighted, descriptions of those products. So I'm going to go down to our first recipe.
This is called the Cooling After Sun Spray, and we're going to show you a trick to make sure that your blend has a little bit longer shelf life, which we do for every blend that we make when it includes a water-based product.
Yes, yes.
Especially a hydrosol.
Yes. So let's go back over to my computer. This is the recipe we're making, the Cooling After Sun Spray. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's blend.
Let's blend. All right, so this blend is going to be 2 ounces. Now I have a 2-ounce spray bottle here. And what I like to do, if you have it available to you, use a high alcohol like Everclear or something that has 190 proof, if possible, anywhere from 160 to 190 proof. And I use 70% of this alcohol, 30% water. I label it. This will last forever. And I simply sterilize my bottle using this blend. So I just spray it in. I also will spray the sprayer. Hydrosol is not like essential oils. It's the water portion of a distillation, and it has a much shorter shelf life. And so we treat it just a little bit differently. So I just kind of shake it around, get it all through here, and then I'll shake out any of the extra that I have in here. And now my bottle is prepped. I'll get this out of the way.
And this is particularly important if you're not going to use it up quickly.
Right.
If you are traveling, you're on family vacation, and you're going to use this up in a couple of days, it's not as important.
Right.
Right.
If you're going to keep it for 2 to 3 weeks, in any water-based portion, if it doesn't have a preservative in it, I like to keep it in a cool place like a refrigerator when I'm not using it, and use it within the first 2 to 3 weeks and then make a fresh batch.
Yes.
So that's why we make small batches so that we can avoid that preservative in there. If this were a room spray, then I would put 1/4 of the alcohol right in the blend for preservation. But since this is an after sun cooling spray, we're going to be spraying this on our person, on our skin. So we don't want to put that alcohol on our skin.
Yes.
Anytime we use essential oils with water-based, we need something to disperse the oils into the liquid portion. And we're using what we call a soluble dispersant. I'm going to move these over just a little bit. And the soluble dispersant, I add the essential oils to it, and then I add my hydrosol to fill the rest of the bottle. And we'll talk about that as we go along. So there are going to be there's 36 drops of essential oil. Now, 36 drops, I can take 36 times 4 and get my number and drop that many drops in, or I can use a mil, and there's about 25 mils per drop.
25 drops per mil.
25 drops per mil. Thank you. I knew something was wrong there. So for this recipe, we've made it easy for you. We've figured it all out, and we're going to use 6 mils of our soluble. Okay, my little graduated cylinder. And it's right up to here. I'm going to measure this out. These are all natural ingredients in this soluble dispersant. And then we're simply going to put this up so that it doesn't touch anything. Go ahead and add it right into your container. And this is a spray bottle. You could put this into 2 little 1 ounce as well. And then I'm just going to drop my essential oils in. And the reason why I do it this way is I want to save room for my dispersant in the bottom of the bottle. And then I'll fill it with catnip hydrosol and peppermint hydrosol. And I'll tell you why we chose those in just a moment. So first of all, we're going to put in 24 drops of our lavender. Put it right in here. There we go.
You can already smell it. It's so pretty.
I know, it's beautiful.
Yes.
And these are very cooling after being outside, hiking, working in the garden.
Getting a little too much sun.
Getting too much sun, helping to mitigate the skin to come back to a cooling balance. And then 12 drops of our peppermint. Peppermint, of course, has that menthol in it that is very cooling on the skin. If I'm blending this for children 5 and above, I simply keep out the peppermint. And I don't add that into this blend, and I add about 12 total drops of essential oil into their little blend because they get sunburned as well. Now we're going to take our lavender hydrosol. Actually, let's put the aloe vera gel in next. Now, I'm simply going to put half aloe vera gel and half of my lavender hydrosol into this blend. So I'm going to just eyeball this a little bit, shake this up, and then I want to tell you a little bit about our aloe vera gel. I want you to look at the consistency as I pour this in. Whoops. Made a little bit of a mess there.
It happens.
Should have put it in a little beaker. Our aloe vera gel, I've had a hard time finding an aloe vera gel that isn't thick like a gel or liquid like aloe vera water. So we've come up with our own special blend where we blend the aloe vera gel and the aloe vera liquid, and we make our aloe vera gel so that it's pourable, it's sprayable, but yet it's not thin like a water. Now we'll just add in our lavender hydrosol, and of course you could use peppermint hydrosol as well. You could use other substitutes might be rosemary hydrosol or a rose hydrosol, a geranium hydrosol. Those are all beautiful, cooling hydrosols for the skin. We'll pour the rest into here, about up to the neck. And then we'll give it a good shake before we spray. It smells lovely. You want to be careful when you smell hydrosols that you don't put your nose into the hydrosol. So I keep my nose a little bit away from it, but the best way if you want to smell this is to just to give it a little bit of a spray like that, or on your skin.
Oh, it smells so
Isn't it
good.
beautiful?
It's beautiful. And Karen was saying that you don't want to put your nose too far over a hydrosol just because hydrosols are so delicate. Again, like we were saying earlier, it just really can, bacteria can grow. And so you want to make sure you're keeping the environment as clean as possible.
Even a sneeze into a hydrosol will set the hydrosol off. So we want to be careful we don't breathe into our hydrosol. We want to cap them right away. And then, of course, we want to label it. This is a cooling after sun spray. I just wrote out a quick label so I could keep the blends that we're making today all separated.
Yes.
And I'm going to put it, the sprayer's right here. I'm going to put it on the back side so that when I spray, it doesn't drip onto my label.
Well, that's smart.
So we've got
I
our
like that.
cooling spray.
I love that. And we've been outside so much lately. This is going to come in so handy.
Yes, I was out working in the garden, and I have another spray recipe that's coming out in the Thriving Aromatherapist newsletter on Saturday that was inspired because I got super hot out working in the strawberry patch, came in and made this blend and sprayed it all over. It was beautiful. It's much like the one we made today.
Yes. Yes.
All
Well, that's
right.
wonderful. So that's our first recipe of our event today. And again, you can find that recipe inside of your Natural Living Club PDF, which we have inside of the classroom on page 2. And we want to take just a minute to go over some fun things that we're also doing during this event. We have 2 things I want to tell you about. The first is we're doing a giveaway for anyone who's here live with us on YouTube. If you are here on YouTube and you're live, you're eligible to participate in this giveaway. So if you could pop into the chat your favorite way to use aloe vera during the summer, pop that into the chat, and that will enter you into our giveaway. And then Mina will choose 3 lucky winners here inside of our YouTube chat to win a $25 gift card to shop over at Aromatics International. So we're going to give out 3 gift cards today to anyone who's here with us live commenting over on our YouTube chat.
As I do that, aloe vera gel has a very short shelf life. If you were to take your own aloe vera plant, scrape out the aloe vera gel that's inside, you'd have to use that within that first day. So all aloe vera gel that you find on the market is going to have its own small amount of as natural as possible preservative in it so that we have a longer shelf life for our product that we have on our shelves.
Yes, and can you tell us what makes this particular aloe vera gel from us here at Aromatics International so special?
Yes.
Yes.
As I mentioned just a little bit earlier, it's
Well,
because we
recap.
blend it together, our recap.
When we have had new people joining, so I want to do a little
Right.
refresher.
So if you've just joined us, that's a good point. Our aloe vera gel is a special blend that we make in-house here from an aloe vera gel and the aloe vera liquid that comes. So you can get it 2 different ways when you're purchasing it. Aloe vera gel tends to be a very thick gel that you'd have to kind of glob, and the water portion is like spraying a hydrosol. So we like to blend ours together, make a special blend. I blended it till it was how I like it. And that's the formula that we use. And that's what you're getting with this aloe vera gel.
I love that. One of my very favorite ways to use aloe vera gel is I make my own DIY facial cleanser, and I have been for over 10 years now. And I take aloe vera gel and I fill up whatever bottle I'm using. It's usually about this size, but it's a plastic pop top container. I'll fill up my aloe vera gel just above the half line, and then I'll fill the rest with argan oil. And then maybe like 3 to 5 drops of any essential oil I'm into, or no essential oil, and I mix that up, and it's such a nice moisturizer. It also is a wonderful makeup remover. So that's my favorite way to use aloe vera gel during the summer.
Great tips.
Yes.
There's not all aloe vera gel is something that you would want to use on your skin.
Yes.
So do your research on it. Make sure you're getting a high quality aloe vera gel. Make sure that you refrigerate your aloe vera gel to extend the shelf life. Now, it has its own preservative in it, but it doesn't have enough preservative in it when you start adding other products to it, even essential oils. When you start adding essential oils to aloe vera gel, even though they're antibacterial, many of them they don't have enough to protect a blend once you blend it up. And that's why it has a 2 to 3 week shelf life.
Yes. So that brings us to our next announcement for our event today. So as you know, we love to do promotions. We partner with Aromatics International and the Natural Living Club. And our promotion that we're running right now is on any order that you place over at Aromatics International over $25, and you use the code, I'm finding it, ALOE25, you will receive a free 4 ounce, which is this size, of aloe vera gel in your order. And that's good until tomorrow, which is June 12 at midnight. So let me go and I'll show you really quick how to use your discount, how to claim your discount, and then we're going to blend our second recipe with you. All right, so I'm over here at Aromatics International, and then I have other things to show you when we are done with this, but I'm going to pull up a new window. Pull up a new window to show you how to get your discount. So if I go to anything, just make sure I have $25 worth in my cart right now. So I'm going to go to, I want to go to shop all. I want to go to essential oil singles. I want to go down here. Let's just pop in frankincense. I'm going to add, let's do a 30 mil. Let's do an 18 mil. Get over that 25 price point. Add that to my cart. And then what you need to do, this is very important. Make sure that you go and add in the aloe vera gel. Select 4 ounces, add to cart. Okay, now I'm going to go to checkout. Now just make sure you've popped in. So I've got my aloe vera gel in here. And this is a very cool thing. As of April, we've started to add batches to the batch number to any product you purchase from Aromatics International. We're the only company that does this. It's amazing. And you can actually go to your account and look at your orders starting from this April 2025, and you can actually track different distillation dates, ideal shelf life, etc., etc. So go down here, make sure you put in the code ALOE25, apply, and then this is going to make sure you have free aloe in your order. Any order over $25 for the next day and some. Tomorrow at midnight, we'll be receiving, I know, I should have 10 things in my cart already. I actually did. I took them out, Chris, before this demonstration. Any order over $25, we want to gift you a 4 ounce of aloe to go and play and have fun because it's such a beautiful aloe.
And this is a 4 ounce of aloe sitting here. So that gives you the size. This is a 1 ounce, just for comparison.
Yes. All right. Well, so let's go ahead and blend our second recipe, and then we have a couple other things to share with you, and then we will choose our 3 winners randomly over here in our YouTube chat, and we're very excited to give 3 winners a gift card, $25 to go spend at Aromatics International. So yeah, stay tuned for that drawing.
So this recipe is also in your, I call it a guide, but it is a massive amount of information with different substitutions, different ideas that you can use, different recipes. There's a lot more recipes, in fact, in this After Sun Recipes and Remedies guide that we have there for you. Now, I only do that spray of the alcohol in the water when I'm working with hydrosol. This next recipe is using 1 ounce, which is 28 grams of aloe vera gel. And I don't spray the little container. This is a 2 ounce container, and this is a 1 ounce container. So I love using the 1 ounce containers because I can use them up quickly and keep my batches nice and fresh. Now, I have a problem here because my sprayer doesn't quite fit. So what I do is I just take my sprayer and I cut where I want this to be cut off. So these are not sharpest scissors on the block,
but they worked, and they're purple. We love purple.
They work. And then that fits in there really nicely.
Yes.
Like that. All right, so we're going to, since we're using aloe vera gel, it's a water-based product, we still need to use something to blend the essential oils into our water-based product. So in this case, we have our aloe vera gel, and you would think that would be a great carrier, but it actually needs a solubilizer to help get the essential oils evenly dispersed throughout our blend. So our recipe calls for 3 mils of our soluble. So I'm going to use this again.
And let's go over to my computer as well. I've got the recipe pulled up. Again, you can find both recipes that we're blending over in Natural Living Club. If you want to join us, please do. We have so much fun over there. It's a comprehensive PDF, your Summer Essentials Bundle. Both recipes we're blending from that PDF. And this is, again, the Cooling Aloe and Resin Gel.
Okay, you can also count the number of drops out with the soluble. And in this case, we're going to have 18 drops. So 18 times 4 would be 72, I believe. You could count out the 72 drops or use the mil method that we've described. Now we're going to add in our 9 drops of balsam copaiba,
which is such a skin-nourishing oil.
It's very cooling, it's very healing, and it also helps with pain and inflammation, and it also helps with the allergies that we have this time of year. So it's a little bit thicker. It's a resinous oil, and that's why this is called Cooling Aloe and Resin Gel. Okay, so we're going to put this in. Did I say 9 drops?
It is 9 drops. And this particular distiller is so vigilant when it comes to sustainability. It is resin that's taken from the tree and distilled, and it's really important that you know the source and you trust the supplier when it comes to your balsam copaiba.
While you keep trying to put this out, we want 9 drops. I have 1 drop in there. I want to tell them the difference between this. Okay. So the difference between, Jenny was almost correct on this, because you can have an essential oil that is your balsam copaiba. It's also called copaiba balsam. Either way is correct. And this is a resin that comes directly from the tree, which is what this is. It's not a distilled oil, but you can take that resin, that oleo resin, and you can distill that, or the distillers do, and come up with the essential oil. However, the oleo resin is stronger. It is great on your skin, and it works so well. It's a less step. It's more sustainable to do it this way. You don't have to use as much of the oleo resin for the distillation. So this is the pure oleo resin of the balsam copaiba. Did you get all the drops in there?
I got 9 drops in there.
Thank you. Now our next resinous one is 9 drops of frankincense, and frankincense is also very skin nourishing. It's kind of neutral, it's not heating, it's cooling to neutral, which feels so good on your skin, so healing for any kind of bug bites as well. After sun, a scrape even. Perfect.
And the distiller that we work with for frankincense, they're actually the leader in the frankincense industry for going around and talking about sustainability, the way they work with local populations from the places that frankincense is harvested. It is, again, so important for the tree health. If you take too much frankincense away, it can actually kill the tree. So it's just so important to know what you're doing when you're harvesting frankincense.
So now I'm just going to fill the rest of my bottle up with the aloe vera. So it's a little bit less than the 28 grams and the 1 ounce. It's less the soluble in here, and that's why I put this in first, so I don't have to measure out my aloe vera. Just going to pour it right in here, so my fingers are kind of in the way. till I get up to the neck area, and that's 1 ounce.
There you go.
And then we'll put our little sprayer in here.
The aroma of each of these recipes are so different. They're both so beautiful.
You can kind of see it as it disperses in there. You can play around with it. You can use a little bit less of the soluble, which I have many times used less. If they're really thick oils like sesquiterpene oils and sesquiterpenol oils that are thicker like patchouli, you could even use just a little bit more. And then I give it a shake before I use it every single time, even though it disperses it. Without the dispersant in here, and you can play with this as well, it's a good thing to look at. When you put the aloe and just the drops in, you'll actually see the little drops of essential oil throughout the blend, but not blended in. All right, we'll put our label on here.
There you go.
And I put the name of the recipe, and then I also put the date that I've made it so that I can keep track. There we go. Got our two cooling blends, one with resin and one with peppermint in it and lavender.
I love that. These are just great to have on hand during the summer, or anytime you're out. You can easily get too much sun any time of the year. It's just so nourishing to your skin, and it's just such a great way to rely on our plants to help with soothing and that regenerative process to heal up.
That's right.
Yes.
When you purchase your dispersant, soluble dispersant, if you get it from Aromatics International, you'll see the shelf life listed right on the product area. It does have a shelf life.
Yes.
Is it 3 or 4 years?
Well, while you're looking that up, again, we're going to be picking our giveaway winners very shortly, and how you enter is you're here live with us on YouTube, and in our YouTube chat, you just answer what's your favorite way to use aloe vera gel during the summer, and just pop in your favorite way, and then Mina will randomly choose 3 lucky folks to get a $25 gift card to go shopping over at Aromatics International. Now, some very fun things I wanted to show you over here inside of our Natural Living Club, which please come join us. We have so much fun over here. We've got some conversations that are going on. And right here, our NLC Live Soothing Summer Skin, we have 41 different comments on different ways folks are loving to use their aloe vera during the summer. And Angie loves making aloe cream with aloe vera gel. She changes it up with different hydrosols and oils, but the aloe gel is always, always such a constant ingredient. So if you want to come over and keep the conversation going, we'd love to have you. Our Natural Living Club is basically like a Facebook feed full of wonderful things all about supporting an all-natural life. And we are having fun, interacting, and just becoming, not only are we becoming friends, we're sharing tips and tricks for all different sorts of things. Now, one thing I wanted to mention, Marcy Jackson, she posted 3 days ago, and we've been having all kinds of conversations about this, 93 different comments on how to use up your expired oils. And my buddy who's going to talk about expired oils is leaving right now, but she'll be back in just a moment. But you can come over here and find different ways to work with oils that are past their recommended shelf life. So over here, you can go through and look at different oils. So Aromatics International, we are unique in that we like to start the recommended shelf life from the moment of distillation. So many other companies start that shelf life from the moment the oil is shipped out to you. And we really feel there's so much time that can happen between when an oil is distilled and when it arrives in your mailbox. And so we start calculating shelf life, and every oil has a different recommended shelf life from the moment it is distilled. And again, we've been adding in that information into your account. So any oils you've ordered from April on, you can actually click and find that specific batch number, put it into data.aromatics.com, and you can look up all the information that you need, which is a very cool thing. So I wanted to talk a little bit about expired oils, and then join Natural Living Club. Come on over. Let's put a link, and let's pin that link in live chat so they can easily find us. Come on over. It's $1 a month. We do that to keep the bots out. Come on over and join the conversation. We would love, love, love to interact with you and help you with anything you might need. Is this what we needed?
There is a surprise blend that we're doing for you today.
Yes.
And I realized I was missing
Yes.
one of the key ingredients.
Yes. Just to catch you up, thank you for running that down. We are in here. Okay, let's hop over to my computer again. We're inside of the Natural Living Club. I would love everyone here to come on over and become a member today. We have so much fun. Do you have any other tips and tricks for just briefly on expired oils?
So expired oils, definitely, there is no fast, they're expired definitely on this date.
It's not like milk. It's different.
We have a formula that we use, and we use this formula because we have seen over the years and looking at the GCMS reports and the reports that you send in to retest oils, those that are really high in monoterpenes like D-limonene, which would be sweet orange, most of your citruses, although some of the citruses like bergamot has a longer shelf life because it has heavier chemical components in it. Monoterpenes are a very light component, which means they have a shorter shelf life of 1 to 2 years if stored correctly. Now, if I have a sweet orange and I see that the month has come where it's going to expire, if I have kept that essential oil, that citrus essential oil, if I have stored it in a cool, dark place, it could have a longer shelf life for sure. I would feel very comfortable using that essential oil for another 2 to 3 months. But keep track of it before it expires is the best time to use it up in any kind of a product, whether it's a cleaning product or a skincare product.
Yes, and I also, did you mention that the air in the bottle is incredibly important when keeping your oil as vibrant for as long as possible?
And let me give you an example. Take a carton of milk that you have or a small container of cream, and you've used it, and then there's just a little bit left on the bottom. Have you noticed that it spoils much quicker than if it's a full container or even a half full container? So why we're not going to go through and take our essential oils, if it's a large bottle, like an 8-ounce bottle that you have and you've used 3/4 of it, I would definitely take it and put it in a smaller bottle to keep storage.
Yes.
Now, when we get to our conifer oils, suddenly we have more monoterpenols in there. And these are kind of hard terms if you don't know about chemistry. The Aromahead Institute, a lot of our courses are, especially our ACP course, our certification program course, is based on understanding the chemical components that drive our essential oils. And we use those same components to determine our shelf life.
Yes.
So my citrus oil is going to have a short shelf life, but patchouli, which is a thicker oil with deep, heavy components, it can last for 20, 30 plus years. In fact, people look for oil for a patchouli oil that is old.
Vintage.
A vintage patchouli. So your shelf lives, we put the shelf lives on there on the products for you at Aromatics International so that you can look at that and say it has a 3-year shelf life. I purchased it and on this particular date, so I know that it has 2 years left on there or maybe even 1 year left on there, but I know I can use that up within that time. And I keep track of my distillation dates, the expiration dates, so that if I know that my citronella java, which we're going to be using in our next blend, has a shorter shelf life, I'll make sure that I'm going to use that up so that I don't get an expired product on my hands.
Well, and Lisa, I'm noticing that I love your comments that the essential oil in the fridge still smells great. I love that. And then keeping track can be a challenge, which is why we are creating this extra layer of resource for you. So how about this? How about we blend our third bonus recipe, which we just decided we were going to come in early and make this recipe. And yesterday I was like, let's just make it live with everyone while we have them there so they can see another cool thing that we do. So we'd love to blend that with you. Before we do that, we do have our 3 winners, our 3 giveaway winners. Let's announce our giveaway winners, and then let's make our third blend. And then I want to take anyone who's interested back over to Aromatics International and show you how to really go into your account and look and find your batch number and look at all of the features that we've been adding in.
That sounds great.
That sounds great. Okay, so first off, we have our 3 winners. Thank you so much, Mina, for choosing our 3 winners. If your name is called, just email us team@aromatics.com and we'll issue you that $25 gift card, which is very cool. So we've got our 3 winners, Catherine Fisher, Terry Louise, Tina Canyon. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You're our winners today. We would love, again, for you to email team@aromatics.com, and Michelle will issue you your $25 gift card, which is awesome. And you can combine that with the promo we're running, which right now, any order over $25 from Aromatics International, we will pop in your order a free 4 fluid ounce aloe vera gel using the code ALOE25. So there you go.
Perfect. Shall we make our last blend?
But stick around. So now we're just into bonus content for you. We're going to make this last recipe, and then we're going to go back over to Aromatics and show you some new cool features.
So I don't have a lot of mosquitoes where I live, but I do have the occasional one that comes around in the evening, or some little gnats that bite where my scalp is or bite the back of my neck. And so I'm like, okay, we're into that season now. I need to make myself a bug spray.
And Karen, bugs love her.
They do.
They just love her. You must have delicious.
And some of you
Delicious.
probably have the same problem I do.
Yes.
If there's going to be a bug around, they will find you.
Yes.
So this is a blend, and I've done this before, but I have never put the recipe on the website. And Devin, who is back here behind on the camera,
Running everything.
he quickly put this up for us on Aromatics International, and it's called Bugs Away Spray.
And let's hop over to my computer and I'll show you. But if you just go to Aromatics International, you can search Bugs Away Spray, and we just built out this recipe for you. It's a really gorgeous blend.
Let's look at this recipe for just a moment.
Okay.
Now, the main ingredients in this recipe are catnip. Catnip has a component called nepelectone, which is a ketone, nepelectone, that has been well researched. And if you get the proper percentage, because some catnips have a lower amount of nepelectone and they don't work as well. So look at the Latin name, make sure the Latin name is the same as what we have, and it is a higher percentage. Then it has been researched that it is even better than the DEET component in mosquito sprays.
And Lisa, let me promise you that Karen and I, several years ago, we went out into the deep woods of Montana, like where mosquitoes are 2 feet big. And we went way out there and we actually we sprayed it on our skin and the mosquitoes just hovered. This is a really beautiful, beautiful list of ingredients, and it will work. So give it a shot.
Yes, we intentionally found an area that was thick with mosquitoes.
We drove looking for mosquitoes.
One arm we sprayed, one arm we did not. And we quickly sprayed the other arm because it was amazing.
Just thick.
Yes, and how you can spray it all over. This can go on your hair, it can go over your clothes, it can go on your skin. And we'll talk a little bit about what we do if it's for children. So let's get back to our recipe here. The main component, you'll see that there's 20 drops of catnip essential oil, but we are making a 1 ounce total blend. We're using catnip hydrosol and peppermint hydrosol. Peppermint hydrosol is not only cooling, but bugs don't like the smell of peppermint. So we're adding that in here. We have not added peppermint essential oil, but you certainly could, because we wanted to make this kid-friendly as well. Now, when you're making this kid-friendly, we're going to limit the essential oils to, there's 1 ounce, so we're going to limit it to 6 different essential oils. And this is right on the recipe.
Kid safety.
6 drops.
Oh, I passed it. Oh, it's right here. We've got kid safety right here. Safety and dilution, kid safety, pet safety. Perfect.
We want a total of 12 drops of essential oil. And I see that's because we have 2 ounces. So we can do 6 drops per ounce for children. If they're under the age of 5 and young baby, a little bit older than just babies, but still in the baby stage, you can use the hydrosol all on its own without any essential oils. And the hydrosol is also highly effective. All right, so now that I've talked about that, we're also adding in some citronella java. and some patchouli. These are also 2 essential oils that are studied that are very good at repelling bugs. So we're adding these all together, and that patchouli gives it kind of an earthy aroma as well. Okay, let's put this together.
Let's do it.
Now, since we're using a hydrosol spray, and after this event, I'm going to put this into 2 1-ouncers so Jenny has some as well, or she can just keep this at my house. Okay, so we're going to spray our bottle. I want this to last for a solid 3 weeks on here. And then I'm going to, whoops, sorry there, Mr. Mike. Going to spray my sprayer. I'm going to just kind of put this around so all surfaces get it. Mike is just kind of wants to be involved here.
Mike does.
All right, and then I'm going to just kind of dump out what's left. Put my sprayer so that it's not touched by anything. And then I'm going to start again with my soluble. And with the amount of 8 to 9 mils of soluble is what we're going to use in here. And I'm going to use my bigger cylinder, graduated cylinder, and we'll put in just under 10 mils. Will work really well. There we go. So you can see that 1 ounce, there's still probably a good half of the soluble in here. So you can make several blends with just 1 soluble. So I put this in here. And I'm going to add my essential oils. 20 drops of catnip. Catnip is amazing. Now, I've had a hard time getting catnip before because it's distilled in the fall, and of course we want it in the spring. And I always want the freshest catnip I can get. So this time I was smart and ordered it in the fall, so I would have it. So we're putting in 20 drops of our catnip. And if you don't want to use any of these other ingredients, you can increase the catnip, you can increase the citronella or patchouli, and there are several other essential oils. Eucalyptus citrodora is great for also a bug spray, and there's other essential oils too. In fact, we have a blog on Aromatics International that kind of compares the different ones that if you look around on our blogs, you'll find it. And then 20 drops of citronella java, and you'll smell citronella java many times in citronella candles that help to discourage the bugs from coming in. So 20 drops of citronella java. That smells amazing. So you have this lemony, kind of a little bit of a floral, and now we're going to put in our patchouli, which will bring in the grounding aspects that makes it just gorgeous. So we'll put 15 drops of patchouli, and we'll see if this will come out. It's a little bit thicker. And 15, yep, 1. See how slow it comes out?
And again, the viscosity of the essential oils directly correlate to the chemical families they're a part of. And so if you are wanting to learn more about essential oil work and chemistry, we do have 2 free courses inside of our Natural Living Club available to our Natural Living Club members. We would love to have you join us over in NLC, and you can start working your way through those 2 bonus courses and join in the conversation.
Now we're going to pour in our catnip. I'll have Jenny hold this cap here, and we just want to do half and half, or you can do 3/4, 1/4, whichever works for you, because they're both beautiful when it comes to aroma, when it comes to dispelling bugs. Maybe you can talk a little bit about cats while I pour this in.
Well, I was going to say, over here, we've got, someone is asking, let me find it. Michelle, this might be a silly question. There are no silly questions. But will the catnip hydrosol attract cats? I am not a cat person. It absolutely attracts cats in a big, big way. We have cats and dogs. And if you spray the catnip hydrosol on some kind of soft surface like carpet, cats just go crazy. It's very fun to see. Karen made up a bug away spray, a version of this many years ago. And our cats we have family cats. They just wouldn't leave her alone. They were just all
They do love it. It's not going to attract your neighborhood cats.
Right.
Just like a bush or a little plant of catnip isn't going to attract cats from all over the neighborhood. But if you do have cats and they're in your home and they like to sit on your lap, they're going to become very interested in you suddenly.
It sounds like a children's book we need to write. That's what I think.
So I'm going to put mine, this is called Bugs Away spray. Put this on here, and I'm so happy for this spray. I'm happy for all of these sprays today. And there we go. There's our third blend that we have made today.
That's your bonus blend. We were just going to make it up before we went live, and we decided to just make it up with you so you could see. And then Devin, thankfully, went ahead and created over at aromatics.com. Again, just go up and search Bugs Away Spray, and it will pop up. Just search Bugs Away Spray, and it will pop up.
We will add it to the description after the event.
Yes. So where you're watching here over on YouTube, we will add a link to it. We can't change it during a live event. It kind of messes up the event. But after we're done with our event, you're able to watch the replay, and we'll add a link to the Bugs Away Spray right in the description, which is very cool. So remember, if you want to stock up on any of these products, if you want to make any of these recipes, we are offering a pretty amazing promotion over at aromatics.com. where all you need to do is make sure that you have an order that's over $25, add in your aloe vera gel, 4 fluid ounces, and then put in your specific discount code, which is aloe25, and you will get a free bottle of aloe vera gel to have fun playing with whatever recipes you would like to play with.
It's a fantastic summer skin remedy.
Yes.
So there's just no other way to put that. It's amazing. It's cooling, takes away itch. Put a little bit of essential oil in it with your soluble for itch. And I think I saw an itch stick that you put in to the Natural Living Club.
Yes.
I was browsing through there trying to find Mina's recipe that she had put in for bugs, and I saw that you had put an anti-itch stick in there.
Well, there you go. Well, that might have been last summer. I have put so many things in Natural Living Club. So let's go over here to Natural Living Club, and I just want to show you how you can come and join the conversation. We've got a link here. Pop this Bugs Away spray. That's awesome. Let's put in the link to join us over here at school to keep the conversation going. You can find the PDF of recipes that we've been blending from at least the first 2 recipes. If you go all the way down inside of Classroom to page 2, click on Soothing Summer Skin, and you can download your Summer Essentials PDF, which has all different kinds of amazing tips and tricks, over 44 pages of content. It's a very comprehensive guide and wonderful. We'll be blending a lot from this guide during our upcoming live events. One thing I wanted to point out before we sign off is that tonight is the strawberry full moon, which is very cool. And we have a thread going down here. Let me find it. Full moon reminder. Thank you, Carrie, for popping this in 16 hours ago. Carrie, thank you for saying this. Tomorrow, which is today, June 11, is the full strawberry moon. So if you make moon water, and last full moon I made moon water, because of our Natural Living Club members and our reminders, I set out my water out in the full moon, and it infused, which was so delicious to taste after.
And if you have any gems, or you have any gem necklaces, which I love to wear, I have one on today even.
Yes.
That's a perfect time to set them out, to reset them, to reboot them, you might say, under that full moon. Now, you have to be careful to charge them. If you have to be a little bit careful, if you live in an area like I do, which is in the woods, up in the mountains, there are some critters that love them. And I did lose one of my necklaces last summer because a pack rat came around. I had it sitting there, ran in the house, I came back, and it was gone.
Yes, you were charging.
I've never found it again.
Well,
yes, the pack rat is no longer there.
maybe the pack rat is calmer, whatever purpose the gem of the gem.
I think it was a bloodstone,
Which
a
means,
necklace that he took.
what does bloodstone do?
Yeah, it's really great for the immune system.
So we have a very healthy pack rat up at your house.
So I'm trying to figure out tonight, I want to put my gems out. I want to put my necklaces out to recharge. And I'm trying to think, how can I do it so that it's protected from the squirrels? Even the squirrels love things like this as well.
Yes.
Or maybe a bird flying around. They love shiny objects.
Yes, I love that. Well, come on over. I'll be hanging out inside of the Natural Living Club after this event. Click on inside of community. Click on this particular post, which is the top post, and come chit chat with us about aloe vera. We would love to talk to you about different ways that you can use it or different ways you love using it. And you can learn from all of these incredible members on what they're already using aloe vera for, which is, I love the combined wisdom of this group.
We're going to talk about a different kind of gel on our next event.
Yes.
And I've been using this fabulous hair gel that I make. You're going to love it.
Well, and
we're going
something
to show you how to make it.
something you and I need to decide after this event is, and we'll just be open about it. We need to do both the hair gel and our essential oils for Gemini season before Gemini season is over.
Oh,
So I was thinking we would do
okay.
Gemini next and then the hair
And
gel.
then the hair gel.
But you can
Yes.
weigh in if you. Can we do
So
the hair gel
sometime
in the
this
Gemini
month.
event?
Sometime this month, we'll be getting both of those in.
Yes, because Marcy said last week, "Are you going to do essential oils for Gemini season?" And both Karen and I looked at each other and thought, well, yes, we are. We need to pop that in and make sure we put it in our calendar. So we definitely want to do that.
All right, so some good suggestions. You can put them on your windowsill,
Yes.
the gems,
Yes.
especially the lighter weight ones that our animals can take off with.
Yes.
They think they have quite a find.
Well, if they do
And
have
they do
quite
have
a
quite a
find, they
find
have-
when they
that
find
pack
them.
rat has a bloodstone.
That's right. So I might be able to find some kind of a netting cover to go over them
Yes.
to keep them safe too. So.
Yes. I'm also going to be finding netting to keep my strawberries safe. So maybe we should go to the garden center after this.
Absolutely.
So far, I've just been raising strawberries for the birds.
All right. So let's see here. I think we've pretty much covered the questions here. I hope you guys have a lot of fun making these products. Keep them in your refrigerator. Make small amounts so that you're not worried about the preservation of putting, toxic preservatives into your products.
Yes, yes. We love that. Well, this has been absolutely delightful. In just a few minutes, you'll be able to watch the replay of this event and have fun revisiting any of your favorite parts of our time together. If you could please, again, like this video, subscribe to our channel. It really just helps us get the word out about how wonderful essential oils can be to live a more toxic-free lifestyle, to get closer to plants, closer to nature, and to just really get the benefit of what these beautiful natural resources give us. So we'd love for you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. That way you'll never miss a live event when we do go live.
That's right. So one more question here.
Okay.
Lisa is wondering if we're putting our gems out on the tables or in our waters. So we put the water out by itself. Some people will put a specific gem in their water. You have to make sure that it's a non-toxic type of gem. Not all gems can go in water. Most of them can, but not all of them. And the water is all separate so that they can drink the water afterwards. Or a lot of people will use it on their plants to nourish their plants. It's a really fun way to do things. I use a clear jar or a clear pitcher with my water, put a little cover on it so that bugs don't fly in it, and then the gems separately put out there to recharge in that moonlight.
And we have a lot of Natural Living member folks who also have side businesses making soap products and different things over on Etsy. And they will actually take that moon water, and that's the water they use for their products. It's a really cool thing.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so come on over, keep chit-chatting with us. We have fun every day, all day over inside of the Natural Living Club. We'd love to welcome you in. Again, it's $1 a month, $12 a year. Well worth it. Loads of recipes, free courses, and we have some very exciting things planned for Natural Living Club over the next couple weeks. So come join us. We'd love to have you there. All right. That's
Okay,
it.
that's
We've
it.
done it. Oh, last question for Kim. How long do you need to charge? Just put those, if you're talking about the water, just make sure you have it out all night.
Yep. Yes, stick it out there.
Yeah. All right. We will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your day, morning, evening, good night. And if you're watching this replay, thank you so much. You're a very valued member of our community. So thank you. All right. Bye for now.